Hi, I'm Kassandra Reinhardt, and I'm excited to share this Yin Yoga series with you. Yin Yoga from Head to Toe is a collection of classes that will help you improve flexibility, support joint health, and ease away stress and anxiety. I look forward to practicing with you. See you on the mat. This Yin Yoga class will focus on the neck and shoulders, which is an area that a lot of us tend to carry tension and tightness. You'll find this especially beneficial if you spend most of your day sitting down at a computer. There are no props necessary for this practice. See you on your mat. Let's begin in a comfortable seated position. You can choose to be cross-legged or kneeling, whatever feels best for your knees and lower back. I'm going to stay as I am right now. Opening up into the neck, start to drop your right ear towards the right shoulder. Keep the chin slightly elevated, and this is option 1. If you're already feeling enough of a stretch, stay exactly as you are. If you'd like to go a little bit further, you can crawl your left fingertips out towards the side, stretching into the arm so that you feel it a little bit more into the top of the shoulder. If you'd like to go a little further still, you can use your right hand to very lightly press down on the head. So instead of applying pressure straight down, think of traction a little bit more. So you're trying to create more space between the left shoulder and the left ear. And because we are holding these poses for a little while, you can close the eyes, soften the jaw, get comfortable. And notice if the spine is rounding, we want to stay lifted up nice and tall, so we're isolating the neck, relaxing your right shoulder, and always reminding the left shoulder to press down and away from the ear. Use your breath to help you in this pose. So breathing into the sensation, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Creating a little bit more space with every breath that you take. Feel the ribcage expand on the inhale, side to side, front to back. Staying lifted out of the lower back. Taking our last 10 deep breaths right here. So stretching a little bit more at the back of the neck. Keep your arms as they are. You're just going to roll the chin, aiming it towards the right shoulder and right armpit. So you should feel this a little bit more into the back of the neck and top of the shoulder blade. Five deep breaths. And let's use our right hand to cradle the head. Try to use arm strength only as you slowly lift the head all the way back up to center. Releasing the fingertips back down, maybe give yourself a few shoulder rolls. And we'll switch sides. So lifting the spine up, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Let's drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Keep your chin slightly elevated. And again, if you'd like to go a little further, this time right fingertips are going to extend out, stretching through the arm. And if you'd like to go further still, you're going to bring your left palm towards the top of the head. So again, we're not pressing down or applying any pressure straight down on the top of the head. Instead, we're trying to pull the ear far away from the shoulder. So feeling the nice stretch into the side of your neck. Press the right shoulder down. Notice if you're leaning on one side more than the other. We want to be up nice and straight. Holding and enjoying the stretch while we're here. Notice if you're clenching your jaw or tightening up any muscles that really don't need to be working right now. Our last few moments right here in this pose. Let's change the angle, start to roll the chin down towards the left shoulder, left armpit, stretching into the back of the neck, top of the right shoulder blade. And so just like we did on the first side, you'll want to use your left hand to cradle the head. Let the head rest heavy into your palm and use the arm to lift it all the way back up. Fingertips back down to the floor. Give yourself another shoulder roll here. We're going to switch things up, coming onto hands and knees, prepping ourselves up for thread the needle. So in your tabletop pose, you'll want to make sure your palms are underneath the shoulders, knees are directly underneath the hips. Spread the fingertips nice and wide so that you have a good base and a lot of support. We're going to start on our left side first. So extend your left arm up towards the sky. Open up the chest as wide as you can. Reach through the fingertips. And as you exhale, you're going to reach your left arm through until the left shoulder and the left ear come down to the ground. So if you find that your ear doesn't quite make it all the way down, you can always lower yourself onto a block. Really important that you're able to relax the head and relax your neck here. We don't want to be holding any tension in this part of our body. Option one, you're just going to keep your right palm flat on the floor and you're pressing your right arm down on the ground to help you open up the upper back a little more. I personally find it a little bit more comfortable to extend the right arm forward, keeping the fingertips on the ground. So once again, just relaxing the neck. Maybe allow the eyes to close. Hips are staying leveled. And feel the lower belly pull in towards the lower back a little bit so that you have some support. And this should also help you with balance. Toes can be tucked under or pointing back, whatever is more comfortable for your ankles and for your knees. Notice if the right shoulder is lifted up towards the ear. Keep it gently rolling down. So we have a really great opportunity in this pose to open up into the upper back. Use your breath to your advantage here. Feel the collarbones and the shoulder blades spread wide and expand on the inhale, and just soften and relax on the exhale. We're not trying to force our breath or to exaggerate it in any way. Let it be soft and natural so that it supports you in this pose. Taking our last minute right here. If you had your right arm extended like I do, just start to bring your right hand back underneath the elbow, and you need to press your palm in firmly. Slowly come all the way back up into your tabletop pose. So both palms underneath the shoulders. Before we go and do the second side, let's just take a few cat and cows. On the inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl tailbone up. And as you exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, press into the fingertips. Taking two more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. One more. Feel the chest and the shoulders engage in these poses. Exhale, round and contract. Pull the lower belly in. And let's come back to our neutral tabletop pose, setting up for the other side. Right arm reaches all the way up, open up the chest, and we're gonna thread the right arm through until the shoulder and the ear come down onto the ground or onto a block. So move through your options one by one. Either keep your left palm on the ground as it is now, or you can extend your left arm forward, coming high onto the fingertips so you have a little bit more stability in the pose. You can press your right arm down on the ground to help you twist a little bit more. Remember that we're trying to draw the left shoulder away from the ear, always inviting the neck and the head to be heavy and relaxed. No tension whatsoever. Engage the lower belly slightly, just by pulling the navel in. Breathing deeply into the upper back. If you notice your mind start to wander or you get a little distracted, just come back to focusing on your breath. Steady inhale and exhale through the nose. A little more than halfway through on this side. So let's make sure we don't rush out of these poses. If your left arm was extended forward, bend the elbow once more, bring the hand back in, press the palm into the floor. We meet in our tabletop pose. On our hands and knees, we're gonna take those cat and cows once more here. Spread the fingertips wide. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round. Curl the tailbone under. Take two more, go at your own pace, follow the rhythm of your breath. Last one. Open up as you pull the heart forward. Exhale, we contract. Back into our tabletop pose. We're gonna make our way into cow face pose. So sitting on your sit bones, we're gonna start with our right side first. So you need to stack your right knee over the top of the left, which means my heels will end up being pretty close in towards the hips. If for any reason you're working with low back or knee injuries, this might not be suitable for you, in which case you can just come into a regular cross-legged position. We'll be taking our eagle arms. So let's bend at the elbows at about a 90-degree angle. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears so your neck has plenty of space. We're gonna wrap our right arm underneath the left, either binding once or binding twice at the wrists. So after you've bound, realign the shoulders, press them down. Elbows need to be lifted up high, palms are away from the face. Start here. And as you lower the shoulders down, we're gonna tuck the chin slightly in towards the chest. As you press your forearms in towards each other, you should start to feel an opening through the upper back and in towards the shoulders. For a lot of us, this will be more than enough, so I encourage you to stay exactly as you are. If you did want to take this pose a little bit further, we'll come into a forward fold. So hinging forward at the waist, keep the lower back nice and long, and you're either going to drop your elbows down onto a block, or you can lower all the way down onto the floor. So opening up deeply into the upper back, shoulders, and neck. See if you can relax the neck and let the head be heavy. Keep pressing the forearms against each other and breathe and relax into the pose. Try to relax your jaw. The muscles around the eyes and in the cheeks. Let gravity do the work for you. So if you are in a forward fold like I am, you'll need to engage your belly a little bit to support the lower back as we come all the way back up, nice and slow. Let's release the interlace of the arms. Bring your palms back behind you, uncross your legs. And before we do the other side, step your feet about hip-width distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. Bring your palms behind you so the fingertips are facing towards the heels. Keep your elbows bent and lift your chest and collarbones up towards the sky. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you as if you were holding onto a pencil there, and let the knees drop from side to side. Notice if you're holding your breath here in your transitions. Take another breath or two. See if you can lift your chest up a little bit higher. Squeeze the elbows in and come all the way back up. Second side. So this time my left knee is going to stack over top of the right. Keep both sit bones firmly planted down on the mat, bringing your heels in towards the outer edges of your hips. Elbows are bent once more at a 90-degree angle. This time you'll be wrapping your left arm underneath your right, either binding once or binding twice by interlacing the wrists as well. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears so your neck has plenty of space. Extend the crown of the head up towards the sky so the spine is long. Option 1, you're just going to be tucking your chin in towards the chest and holding here. If you'd like to take your forward fold on this side as well, hinge at the waist, stay long through both sides of the rib cage as you fold forward. So notice how the hips want to lift off of the ground as you hinge forward. Try to keep them pressing back. Relax your neck. Let yourself drop down into this pose. Really trying to minimize the need for effort and strength. Keeping the belly nice and soft. Very lightly pressing the forearms in towards each other to help open up the upper back a little bit more. Taking our last 5 to 10 breaths here. If you are in your forward fold, engage the abdominals, firm up the belly, and slowly come all the way back up. Sitting up nice and tall, uncross the arms, bring them back behind you, uncrossing the legs. And just like we did the first time, step your feet wide. Fingertips are pointing towards the heels. Bend the elbows, bring your shoulder blades in towards each other, and drop the knees from side to side as you keep the chest up and lifted. So releasing the hips, the lower back, the shoulders. Lower all the way down onto your back. Let's make our way into Shavasana, our final resting pose. Stretching out nice and long. Take up as much space as you're comfortable taking. Palms are facing up. And we've done all this work to open up and release the neck and shoulders. So really draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. So there's an opening and an expansion at the front of the chest. Soften the jaw, the facial muscles. Allow your hips to be heavy. And enjoy these last few minutes of silence and stillness. Start to breathe a little bit deeper. So you feel the belly rise and the chest expand. Gently wiggling fingers and toes or turning the head from side to side. Let's bring the knees in towards the chest and give them a big squeeze. Roll over onto your right side. Use your arms to help yourself up into a comfortable seated pose, whatever that might be to you. Keep the eyes closed, just sit up nice and tall. Observe the effects your practice has had on your body, especially in your neck, shoulders, and upper back. Palms can rest on the knees, or you can join the hands at the heart. Take a moment here to observe how you feel. Thank you so much for doing this practice with me. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.